What are some examples of authentic assessment tools for the affective domain? Authentic assessment tools for the affective domain focus on assessing attitudes, values, beliefs, and emotions, like the self-report, rating scales, checklists, and rubrics. These tools help educators gauge the development and changes in students' affective domain, which is essential for holistic assessment and personalized learning. Understand question. Why is it essential to distinguish between quantitative and qualitative data when interpreting performance assessment in the affective domain? Distinguishing between quantitative and qualitative data when interpreting performance assessment in the affective domain is crucial for a comprehensive understanding. Here's why combining quantitative and qualitative data in the interpretation of performance assessment in the affective domain offers a more nuanced and well-rounded evaluation of an individual's emotional and attitudinal responses. This approach enables a deeper understanding of effective learning outcomes and helps educators and evaluators make more informed decisions. Apply question. How would you compare data from different sources such as self-assessments, peer assessments, and teacher observations to identify patterns and trends in effective development? Compare data from different sources such as self-assessments, peer assessments, and teacher observations is the trends in effective development is systematically comparing the data from these various sources and using a standardized framework, you can gain valuable insights to patterns and trends in effective development and make informed decisions to support individuals' growth. Analyze question. What steps would you take to identify areas of strength and growth in students' effective competencies based on assessment data? To identify areas of strength and growth in students' effective competencies based on assessment data, you can use these steps. Collect relevant assessment data, analyze assessment data, use a strengths-based approach, provide constructive feedback, set goals and action plans, monitor progress by following these steps. You can effectively identify and nurture students' effective competencies, fostering their personal and interpersonal growth. Evaluate question. How can the interpretation of performance assessment data in the affective domain be used to inform instructional adjustments and support students' effective development? Interpreting performance assessment data in the affective domain can greatly inform instructional adjustments and support students' effective development. The assessment data is a valuable tool for tailoring instruction and promoting students' emotional and attitudinal growth, fostering a well-rounded educational experience. Great question. What strategies would you recommend for educators to assess students' resilience and adaptability effectively in the context of 21st century skills development? To effectively assess a student's resilience and adaptability in the context of 21st century skills development, which includes critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication, or the 4 C's of 21st century skills, is alongside these skills, educators can better prepare students for success in a rapidly changing world. Remember question. What are some examples of effective targets integral to authentic assessment in the affective domain? Effective targets integral to authentic assessment in the affective domain encompass various emotional and value-based learning outcomes. These targets are important for evaluating a learner's emotional and interpersonal development, which are fundamental in assessing emotional growth and development, fostering self-awareness, empathy, and ethical decision-making among learners. Understand question. How do effective targets like attitudes, interests, motivation, values, and self-concept relate to concept of authentic assessment in education? Effective targets like attitudes, interests, motivation, values, and self-concept are closely related to the concept of authentic assessment in education. Authentic assessment in education acknowledges the importance of effective targets in understanding students' real-world readiness, personal values, and motivation. It seeks to assess not only what students know and can do, but also how they can do as an individual. Apply question. In what ways and can authentic assessment methods be used to assess effective targets such as locus of control, self-efficacy, and anxiety? Authentic assessment methods can be effectively used to assess effective targets such as locus of control, self-efficacy, and anxiety in the following ways. By using authentic assessment methods, educators and researchers can gain a deeper understanding of an individual's effective targets, helping them tailor interventions and support accordingly. Analyze question. How can the selection and development of appropriate effective assessment methods be influenced by factors like learning objectives, learner age, and cultural sensitivity? The selection and development of appropriate effective assessment methods can be influenced by several factors, including learning objectives, learner age, and cultural sensitivity. Here's an analysis of how these factors interact. Effective assessment methods should be carefully selected and developed to align with specific learning objectives. Consider the age of the learners and be culturally sensitive to ensure meaningful and fair evaluation of emotional and affective aspects in education. Evaluate question. Why are emotional intelligence assessments, collaboration and teamwork assessments, and creativity and innovation assessments crucial in evaluating a student's holistic development? Evaluating a student's holistic development involves assessing various aspects beyond traditional academic knowledge. Emotional intelligence assessments, collaboration and teamwork assessments, and creativity and innovation assessments are crucial for this evaluation because incorporating these assessments into education ensures a more comprehensive evaluation of students' capabilities, preparing them for success in a rapidly evolving job market and a complex interconnected world. Great question. What strategies would you recommend for educators to assess students' resilience and adaptability effectively in the context of 21st century skills development? To effectively assess a student's resilience and adaptability in the context of 21st century skills development, which includes critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication, or the four C's of 21st century skills, is alongside these skills, educators can better prepare students for success in a rapidly changing world.